I looked for some videos about how to make a new aquarium. Actually, not even make it, just ideas for what it should look like. Um, all I could find on Google were some pretty terrible things. So I decided just to make it look like an aquarium that I know from real life, right? But
you can only sleep at night.
One or two videos that I did see were showing how to put water in for the old version, where they wouldn't become source blocks below the top source block. They would be flowing downwards, which would make all your fish, have to swim against the current going up. But when they changed the Aquatic update, they changed how water works too. So when you just put in the top, it's all flowing. It's not flowing anymore. It's all source blocks below it. So you can see I can swim down here, but all I have is one layer, and on the top where the water level is going to be. And you can actually, you can swim through tiny gaps now, remember? But anyway, yeah, and you can swim up waterfalls like a salmon. But yeah, so you can, basically all you have to do is just what I'm doing here. So you can just have once you get 3 in a row, right? In a single row, they become source, and they can fill each other up. So you just go ahead and take out the next row of where the level of water is going to be. Nothing below it. You can see here, it goes down. Right now it's flowing down, but that's because I just took out the blocks. So then what we do here is we fill in. You can just use, once you get the first couple rows done, see this is all smooth, so I can just pull from it. It's an unlimited, infinite water source now. And if I actually hit the right block, now it's all set nice here. So then again, all you have to do is keep going and taking out the next row. Like this. And then take your bucket, fill it up. I had brought 3 buckets to begin with to get my source started, but if you already had a water source nearby, you wouldn't only need 1 bucket. So that's it. That's all you got to do. I will come back when it's all finished.
I recorded something incorrectly here, but you have a surface hiccup. You got to build out from the side like that.
We can just build out like this. Fill it in. Break back. Fill it in. And that's just because I made a mistake. It doesn't normally happen. You can fix it, so don't worry. There you go. I found out how that error happened. The mistake here. See the little flowy part right here? What happened was I took water too close to the edge, so it wasn't sourced all around it. So that's, if something like that happens, I already showed you how to fix it, but that's how I made those mistakes right there. I just discovered another thing. You're also going to be careful to take from the surface of the water, not underneath. If you do accidentally take underneath, you may create a little hole like that. So how you can fix that is just put a block in down there. Fixes your problem. Take the block out. Yeah, so I figured if I did it by accident, it's possible some of you guys would, and some of you might make no mistakes whatsoever, and that's great. But just in case you did, that's how you can fix that. Alright, be right back. If you're having a lot of trouble getting your water without making a mess, you can just create a little infinite water source over this side. 3 like that is the smallest you can make it, so you can just bring it over here. Everybody knows this guy. Oh, I didn't even make it right. Look at that. But yeah, just so that way, if you're having trouble, I was having a little bit of issues, so I'm like, you know what? I don't want to have to keep swimming back over. I'm over here on the edge now. I might as well just do everything from over here. Alright. So here's the water all done. At the last bit where I had to get rid of the infinite water source, I just took it out at the very end, and to be safe, I just swam over here and grabbed water from this area right here. But yeah, as you can see, it's all source blocks. There's no currents or anything like that. I had a couple turtles in here early just because they take forever to hatch. But they weren't hatching. It's 2 separate eggs, so I stuck them together as a cluster. And I'll go ahead and fill in the rest of like how you come into the aquarium and view it, stuff like that, and some of the coral and grass and all the stuff that I plan on putting in here, and the viewing area and the employees area. And I'll go ahead and probably record a video of that little clip, and put it on here. And then I'll put the fish in. I'm just going to name the fish with name tags based on actually what they are. So if anyone's swimming around in my aquarium, they can see what kind of fish it is. And then hopefully the turtles will show up, and later on we'll build an ice-filled similar aquarium, except I'm going to bring a polar bear all the way from here from the Arctic and throw him in with some cod and or salmon. Instead of this one will have the tropical fish and the sea turtles. So yeah, and I'm going to do a couple walkways and protection and things like that, and I'll bring that all back. Okay, so like I said, I bring you back. It's a semi-finished product. It's in the middle of my land mass near my spawn over there. I moved it pretty far away from the other animals and things like that, because I thought, a lot of other fish might start killing horses and things. I've seen that happen in Bedrock, especially if you have in the past mobile devices join you. So here's like just a little array or specific kind of a road, so you know where to go. Got the little pillars so we can walk in, but the mobs can't. And I've surrounded the area with some fences and some lighting. This is a glass viewing area. So far, I just have the turtle. He didn't hatch. Apparently, turtles only hatch on beach biomes. This is not a beach biome. We took him all the way from the ocean, which is way, way over there. And we took him up as many rivers and lakes as we could, but a lot of it was on the ground, and he obviously is really slow on the ground. So we named him PETA, which stands for Pain in the A. You know what A stands for. So here's like the up area viewing, where you can look at the critters from the top. That little over there, the little ladder there is the employee access. You got to clean out the tank, feed your turtle. And down here we've got the undersea viewing area. And you can see we've got, originally I hid some, what are those called again? Sea lanterns. Because I couldn't figure out why the cucumbers and other things weren't going on the bottom. And it turns out when you do that source dropping like I did to set it up where I showed you guys, they aren't really source blocks on the bottom or something, so you need a bucket. You can put in the coral, but if you want to place one of these guys or one of those or that, you got to put a source water bucket right on top of where you're going to put it. So if you're going to put it right there, you stick one right there, and you place the item. I can just go show you really quick. But yeah, so if you put in a sea pickle and you forget the source bucket, it will just float up, but your coral type stuff is just going to disappear. Fortunately, in a regular ocean, you can just use bone meal to get some more. But yeah, so basically, to put something down, if you want to put another little coral flower right there, you'd have to just drop your bucket and then put your coral flower. I don't have any on me, sorry. But yeah, you just put it right in there. And just put some coral in here, the teal wall, and then put some corals into the wall to kind of give the appearance that like it's, going off into the distance. But hopefully PETA will, well, I don't know, do we want him to enjoy it? He's kind of a pain in the butt. Hopefully he'll enjoy his new home. Try to get him a mate at some point. They won't actually ever make any babies, because of that issue. But anyway, so if you have any questions or anything, if anybody's actually watching this, go ahead and send a comment, and we should be able to get back to you and let you know what's going on. Alright, and from my daughter, bye!